No. No more. No!
Got it. Queen of Hearts.
How did you do that? You didn't even touch my hand.
So let's get going. This is a card trick, and it's done with a standard deck of cards. In fact, you can borrow the deck if you want. Every card is different. Okay, and what you're going to do is have them shuffle the cards, set them down on the table, and I'm going to just do this for you right here. So you tell them to cut anywhere they want. It doesn't matter, and it really doesn't. Say they cut there. They look at their selection. Okay, got that? They put it back on the top. The cut is completed, and you can show them that it is indeed lost in the deck. You then give them the deck. They can cut. They can do a little quadruple cut if they want. It makes no difference. They can even give it a quick overhand shuffle. They give the deck back to you. And you tell them, you know, obviously your card is completely lost in the deck. I didn't know what it was from the start. You cut wherever you wanted to, and then you put it back in, and you cut a million times, and you even shuffled the cards, and then you handed the deck back to me. There's no way I could possibly know your selection. However, you know, I've been watching shows like CSI and Forensic Files, and I'll tell you, I've been getting pretty good at this. There are trace amounts of oil left from the fingertips. There's warmth, and it doesn't disappear right away when someone touches the card. And even a little DNA possibly. And I've been having a pretty good chance you know, finding a person's card just based on these factors. So I want to try this if I can now, if you don't mind. You pick the deck back up. You say, look, I'm going to go through the cards one by one. And when I get to a card that feels a little funny to me, a little different, and I'm usually able to pick up on it, I'm going to stop, and I'm going to let you know. And I'm just going to go through the cards, and sometimes I go fast, and sometimes I go slower, but I'm going to keep going through them. And you just go through the whole deck, one by one, slowly but surely, and you're looking to get a feeling. Wow, it took a lot of cards before I finally, you know what? The next card I turn over is going to be your card. And you can even bet them at this point because they're going to be pretty sure you're not going to get it right. But you can bet them, and some people will. They'll bet $5 or $10, and this is a way you can even make a little money. Or you can just do a gentleman's bet, that kind of thing. But you look down and you say, the next card I turn over is going to be yours, and I think I can win this bet. And they say, go for it. And you say, all right then. And you reach into the pile and you turn a card over. And that card is their card. And out of all the cards that went down, you knew, even though you went way past it, exactly what their card was. This trick is based on a very simple principle called the key card principle. So when they shuffle the cards, you're going to take the deck back and you give them a little shuffle. And as you do, you just square them up and you just tilt slightly. And you're looking at the bottom card of the deck. And that's going to be your key card. It's going to be your indicator, your locator, your finder card. Through this card, you're going to be able to tell exactly where their card is. Now, do you turn it a lot and really look at it? Do you make it obvious? No. The whole point with magic is presentation and simplicity. And that's where your acting ability comes in, and your presentation and your showmanship skills. Most tricks are very simple, and that's what you want. You want it to be simple. Now, it's very hard for a beginner to take the concept of simplicity and be okay with it. Because what they automatically think is that if I know it's this simple, obviously the audience is going to know too. And that's the biggest hurdle you have to get over in yourself. It's very simple, but you're what we call one step ahead of the audience. And that one step can mean everything because it's knowledge that they don't have. So you're going to be very, very subtle and very natural and very casual. And you're just going to square the cards up and in the process tilt them a tiny fraction of an inch, maybe a quarter of an inch, and you're going to glimpse the bottom card. Immediately you're going to lay the cards down on the table. And you're going to say, okay, I want you to cut the cards anywhere you want. I don't care. Go ahead, wherever you want. They cut and they place it to the side. You say, look at the card that you cut to. It was a free choice. Memorize the card. Make sure that you don't forget it. And there you go. Jack of Hearts. It goes on the top of the deck and you replace the cut. Now look what happened right there. In the process of replacing the cut, you took your key card and you put it on top of the Jack of Hearts. So although you don't know that that card is the Jack of Hearts, their card, you do know that your key card is now located on top of the Jack of Hearts. So once again, this pile was here. They put their card back on the top, and then you replace the cut, and bingo, the Six of Hearts attaches itself on top of the Jack of Hearts. Here's a little known principle. When you cut the cards, it never displaces those two cards. Your key card, the Six of Hearts, will always be located on top of the Jack of Hearts. And you can cut it as many times as you want. It's not going to change the order. It doesn't matter. Even if you do a quadruple little cut here, still going to be the same. And you can usually get away with just a quick block overhand shuffle as well, if you want. And it's not going to dislodge the cards. Maybe 98% chance it will not dislodge those two cards. And you take the deck back. And then what you're going to do at that point is you're going to reiterate what happened so that you tell them what you want to get into their mind. And what you want to get into their mind is the fact that they shuffled the cards, mixed them up completely. It's their deck. They cut wherever they wanted to. They secretly looked at the card and memorized it. They put the cards back together, and then they cut a million times. Mixing it up, you couldn't possibly know where it all was. And then a quick shuffle at the end, and only then have they handed you the deck of cards to do your work. By reiterating it like that, it's called presentation. It's called showmanship. You're building it up in your mind, and you're further solidifying how lost that card is in the deck. So you want to take it in psychological blocks of what you're doing here, and you want to solidify the fact that their card is lost and you don't know where it is. Okay? Then you go through your presentation, your words about the forensic files and CSI and how popular it's getting, and you've been able to practice a little bit of that yourself with playing cards. You've been working very small, just on playing cards for starters, but you've been able to do it a few times, and you're pretty sure that you can find their card. So what you're going to do is you're going to start turning over cards one by one after you've given your speech about the forensic files and the CSI. Let me tell you something. What you're looking for here is your key card. And when you find your key card, you know that the next card you turn over is their card. So although you didn't know what their card was originally, you're going to know based on your key card and based on the principle that the key card will always be on top of the other card. So you go, and you're looking for your key card, which in our case was the Six of Hearts. And you're looking for the Six of Hearts, and you're looking for the Six of Hearts. And slowly you might stop and just feel a card. Remember, it's all about your acting ability. And no, I don't think so. And you keep going. And you're looking for that Six of Hearts. And you might have to go through the whole deck. It doesn't matter. You just spread them out. You just keep going. Looking for the Six of Hearts, looking for the Six of Hearts, looking for the Six of Hearts. That's all you're telling yourself. Now, you hit the Six of Hearts. Without missing a beat, you know that the next card you turn over is going to be their card, the Jack of Hearts. You go and you just keep going. Do you stop? Do you give an indication? No, you don't. You see the Six of Hearts, you go and you just keep going. but you leave a little bit of the jack showing for later. You keep going, and all of a sudden, aha, I've got it. This is all based on your acting ability right here. You're touching the card, you're feeling the trace oils, the warmth left by the human touch, and you know. And you tell them, I think that the next card I turn over will be your card. And you can get them to place a bet right there, a gentleman's bet or a bet for $5 or $10. People have been known to make a lot of money doing this trick. And once they agree, the next card I turn over, I told you it would be your card, and you pull it back. You reach down, and I told you that the next card I turn over will in fact be your card. And sure enough, it was their card. Works every time. It's a beautiful, simple trick. You can even make a little money at it if you're that kind of person with your buddies. And that's a very simple trick to get you started, but you can pull off some really good magic, and it's got great presentational concept with it as well. One quick thing. It's almost impossible for those two cards to get separated, but if it does, and if you let them do a quick overhand shuffle, again, 98% chance that it won't. But if it does, and you go through, and you think you've got their card, and it's not, that's what happened, okay? There's no way to really recover at that point except to say, you know, well, sorry, this was experimental, you know, I am working on it. Probably 75% of the time I do get it. Sorry, do you want to try it again? Let's go ahead and do it again. And this time, chances are going to be very much on your side. You'll go through, you'll get a new key card, and you'll do the trick on them again, and it will work. And it may be even more powerful that way, because it looks like it failed the first time. This is just a little taste of what it's like to go out and do magic for yourself and how powerful it can be. This is a trick directly out of our hit bestseller, How to Do Street Magic. In the How to Do Street Magic video, which is Illusionist's best-selling video, we start you off, we move you up in little increments of difficulty, and this trick comes down near the bottom. It's on special right now. We put together a whole kit filled with stuff. It's like phenomenal value. We will have another trick for you. Some of them will be coins, cards, different objects. We're going to move you up through the scale, but by the time you finish this little course, you're going to be able to walk into any room and really entertain people. Brad Christian, www.illusionist.com if you want to look at further stuff. Don't forget to check us out. I'll see you a little later.
Bing.
Oh my God, how do you do that? There are tricks that I learned on Illusionist that took me 2 seconds.
Double-length DVD shows the step-by-step secrets of how to do mind-blowing magic like the pros.
The videos were amazing.
Order right now, and you'll receive the awesome 2-hour video, How to Do Street Magic, for just $29.95.
How can you beat that?
Order at DoMagicFast.com and get a free deck of our sweet custom black playing cards and our best-selling King Rising Levitation DVD free.
I saw Brad levitate on TV, and now I'm doing it.
So order at DoMagicFast.com.
He's good.
You get the How to Do Street Magic DVD for just $29.95. And when you order right now, you'll get our Style and Custom Black Playing Cards and the How to Levitate DVD. So click now at DoMagicFast.com.